What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we got something pretty different. It is Canada versus Australia. Cost of living, weather, jobs, and more. This is going to be fun. Let's see what we got.
Australia versus Canada. Two giants with surprising similarities. Australia and Canada. Two massive countries with relatively small populations.
Which one is bigger though?
Excellent living standards and famously friendly, welcoming people.
This is Australia.
Welcome to Epic Insight. I'm Sham, your host for today's video. We'll be diving into a fascinating comparison between two countries that, while located worlds apart, share many common traits. Once you've watched the video and hopefully dropped a like, we'll ask you the ultimate question. Which country would you prefer to live in?
I'm going to also say what I think after this video, so stay tuned to the end. Let's see the differences, the pros, the cons of the two countries, and we'll decide together.
And which would you rather just visit? We'll be comparing demographics, geography, economies, quality of life, and of course sharing some interesting facts along the way. 1. Demographics. Let's begin with population stats. Canada leads with about 39.4 million people, ranking it as the 39th most populous country.
Wow.
Fun fact, the Greater Tokyo area alone has more people than all of Canada.
What?
Australia has a smaller population of around 27 million.
I was about to say, I'm sure like Australia has less population, but 27 million, that's still big. That is still big.
Placing it 55th globally. Now onto population density. Canada averages 4 people per kilometer square, making it the 8th least densely populated country. Australia is even lower, with just 3.5 people per kilometer square, ranking as the 5th least dense.
Okay.
Incredible, right? When it comes to life expectancy, Australia edges ahead with just under 83.6 years, compared to Canada's 83.1 years. That puts Australia 8th globally, and Canada 16th. But here's an unexpected twist.
AFL
Australia has the
stadium
highest
here.
cancer rate in the world, possibly due to high sun exposure and a fair-skinned population. Canada ranks 11th on that list. Let's look at average age. A younger population usually benefits the economy and reduces healthcare strain. Australia wins again with an average age of 38.4 compared to Canada's 41.3. Lastly, let's look at the fertility rate. Canada, 1.42 births per woman. Australia, 1.63 births per woman. Both are below the replacement level of 2.1, but Australia's fertility rate is higher, helping slightly offset an aging population. 2. Geography. Both countries are enormous. Canada is the second largest country in the world after Russia, with
Wow, I never knew that Canada was the second largest country. That's good to know.
Just under 9.1 million kilometers square of land.
That's crazy.
Australia, while smaller at 7.7 million
That's
kilometers
still good.
square, still ranks as the 6th largest.
6th, okay.
Technically a continent, Australia is also considered the largest island on Earth. Canada is located in North America, bordering the United States to the south and the Arctic Ocean to the north. Australia is located in Oceania, surrounded by the Indian and Pacific Oceans. In terms of forests, Australia, 16.2% of the land is forested, 39% of that in Queensland. Canada, 34% of the land is forested.
That's something I did not expect. Canada has more forest area. You did not expect that, right?
Giving it the 3rd largest forest area in the world. Australia ranks 6th. Canada also contains the most lakes in the world, over 2 million. Its terrain is dominated by forests, mountains like the Rockies, tundra, and the Canadian Shield. Australia is known for its outback, arid interior, the Great Barrier Reef, and the Blue Mountains.
Now here's
a fun fact. Which country has the longest coastline in the world?
Australia?
If you guessed Australia, you're wrong.
Really?
Canada leads with a staggering 202,000 kilometer of coastline.
56% of the world's coastline is around Canada.
While Australia comes in 7th with about 25,700 kilometer. 3. Economy.
That's
now let's get into the financials. As of 2025, Australia's GDP is around $1.7 trillion, making it the 13th largest economy in the world. Canada surpasses it with a $2.2 trillion GDP, ranking 9th globally.
In
terms of GDP growth, Canada is growing faster at just over 2.5%. Australia is growing at just under 2.1%. Looking at GDP per capita, Australia comes out ahead with approximately $68,000 per person. Canada sits at around $55,000. However, Australia is more expensive to live in, ranking 16th globally compared to Canada at 24th. Quick stats. Education spending. Both spend 5.3% of GDP.
Okay.
Inflation.
So education is around the same.
In Australia, 2.0% in Canada. Billionaires. Canada has 50, ranking 8th. Australia has 40, ranking 12th.
Wow. So that's interesting, like mentioning the billionaires as well. That's insane, man. That is insane.
Big Mac Index.
How many billionaires are there, like, worldwide? Like, all the countries together. How many billionaires are there? That's an interesting one.
A Big Mac costs $5.29 in Canada, compared to $4.98 in Australia.
Okay.
Poor quality of life. Both countries offer a high quality of life with strong education systems, modern infrastructure, and high wages. But of course, neither is without its challenges. Let's start with obesity. Both countries are tied, with around 29% of their adult populations classified as obese.
That's all the fast food.
This reflects similar Western diets and lifestyle habits. Australia has better health.
I still think the USA has the most obesity though, right?
Healthcare resources with more doctors, 3.9, and hospital beds, 3.75 per 1,000 people. In education, Australia shines with the highest school life expectancy globally, 23 years from primary through tertiary education. Canada is also impressive, ranking joint 7th with 17 years.
Okay.
On the Happiness Index, Canada ranks 11th, just ahead of Australia in 12th. In terms of peace, Canada is 6th globally, while Australia ranks 13th. When it comes to corruption, Australia fares better, ranking in the top 10, while Canada is 16th. Finally, looking at military strength, the two are nearly tied.
Really? Okay. Military, that's something we've been looking at recently, like, on this channel. So
Australia ranks 19th.
Interesting.
Canada ranks 21st. Now it's over to you. Would you rather live in Australia or Canada? And which one would you just visit, and why? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to suggest which cities or countries we should compare next.
You know what, like, I would still choose Australia, just the fact because I've seen more videos on Australia and know the place a bit better than Canada, because this is the first video like I'm seeing of Canada. I haven't seen anything else, so I can't really judge just from this one video. But from all the videos we've reacted to on this channel, I still think Australia is a beautiful, amazing place to live. Maybe a bit expensive, but still, it seems like a really, really beautiful, amazing place to stay. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any other video suggestions, let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed, guys, do smash the like button. It supports me a lot. Subscribe as well so you keep updates for future videos. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace out.